Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, let me take you to what is going on. William Ruto on 15th July 2024 had a tour of Nakuru County. In his usual tour over those counties to dish out projects. So during a roadside rally, William Samoei Ruto decided to bring in the name Ford Foundation to have it being the body that has been financing youth protesters.
And I want to call out those who are behind the anarchy in Kenya, those who are behind the sponsoring the chaos in the Republic of Kenya. Shame on them, because they are sponsoring violence against our democratic nation. Mimi nataka niulize watu wa Ford Foundation, watuambie hiyo pesa wanatoa ifanye fujo ndio wapate faida gani?
Now this issue has not sat well with the Ford Foundation that has resorted to respond to William Samoei Ruto. So there is a response that I want to give you, ladies and gentlemen, a response from the Ford Foundation, but also Gabriel Oguda and Pauline NJOROGE have also reacted to the same. So I have three statements, one from Gabriel Oguda, two from Pauline NJOROGE. The third statement is from Ford Foundation reacting to William Samoei Ruto's unfortunate remarks. So before you get there, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video, and I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I will first of all share a tweet from Pauline NJOROGE, because Pauline NJOROGE has shared two tweets, and in her tweet she has posted a statement from Ford Foundation. So this is what Pauline NJOROGE says. In a statement released to the media, Ford Foundation has categorically stated that it has not sponsored any protest and reminded Ruto that among the things they have sponsored in Kenya in the recent past is the Africa Climate Summit, which he proudly hosted last year. They have also reminded him that they wined and dined together during his state visit to the US and had some good time. Joe Biden, who rolled out the red carpet for Ruto less than 2 months ago. While in the US, Ruto visited the Charter Center, which is hugely supported by Ford Foundation, and in his speech waxed lyrical on democracy. During the meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris that focused on digital inclusion, Ford Foundation was mentioned as more of the organizations that had supported Kenya in driving digital inclusion. Ruto and his delegation clapped in appreciation. At which point did Ford Foundation and its allies stand against Ruto, who has spent more time in the last 2 years out there with them than has spent with us here? The president is in a cycle, and his communication team need to sit and agree on a single coordinated narrative. Even if it's propaganda, can they give us quality and consistent propaganda? Now what is Gordon Opio, who has spent the last 2 weeks telling us that Mount Kenya billionaires supposed to do? Or he will spin it and tell us that Mount Kenya billionaires funded Ford Foundation, which in turn funded the protest. And what will Mwaura do about his Russia narrative? So basically what Pauline NJOROGE is trying to say is that earlier on, Dennis Itumbi's bloggers told us about Mount Kenya billionaires funding the protest. Then the State House or the government spokesperson, Mwaura, told us that Russia funded the protest. Now William Ruto has surfaced with another narrative that Ford Foundation is the entity that is funding this protest. Let me remind you that on Tuesday 15th, or on Tuesday of 16th July 2024, the youth have made it known that they are going to hold a peaceful demonstration. It is word that the IG has instructed that police should not use tear gas on peaceful demonstrators, which is a positive response from the police this time around, because mind you, police is struggling to have a name amongst the society, because the society already sees the police as the enemy. So this reaction from Pauline NJOROGE, who has in turn shared a statement from Ford Foundation, is seeking to expose William Ruto. So there is also a reaction from Gabriel Oguda. Let me take the opportunity to also go through the response from Gabriel Oguda. So now this is what Gabriel Oguda was shared in response to the same. The Ford Foundation sponsored the arrogance we saw with UDA, elected and appointed leaders. The Ford Foundation sponsored the Draconian Finance Bill 2024-2025. The Ford Foundation sponsored the incompetence we saw or experienced the UDA regime's cabinet. The Ford Foundation sponsored the opulence we have witnessed in UDA, elected and appointed leaders. The Ford Foundation sponsored the healthy ministry not to post interns as per the agreed CBA. The Ford Foundation sponsored the Ministry of Education not to post and pay junior secondary school teachers in Kenya. The Ford Foundation sponsored the wastage of taxpayers' money. Aki Ford Foundation Nyinyi. So that is what Gabriel Oguda shared. I think this is just like trying to be cryptic in this matter. So the idea here is that William Ruto has accused Ford Foundation to be the body that is sponsoring the peaceful protest, the GENZ's protest. In other words, William Ruto says Ford Foundation is sponsoring anarchy in Kenya.
We have no use for anarchy and violence and destruction of property. We have no use for anarchy and violence and destruction of property and loss of life. Wale ambao wanasponsor hiyo violence, sisi tunawajua. And I want to call out those who are behind the anarchy in Kenya, those who are behind the sponsoring the chaos in the Republic of Kenya. Shame on them, because they are sponsoring violence against our democratic nation. Mimi nataka niulize watu wa Ford Foundation, watuambie hiyo pesa wanatoa ifanye fujo ndio wapate faida gani? We are going to call them out and we are going to tell them, if they are not interested in democracy in Kenya, if they are going to sponsor violence, if they are going to sponsor anarchy, we are going to call them out and we are going to tell them they either style up or they leave. Tunaelewana jameni ama tuelewani? Munataka watu watununulie vijana ati wafanye fujo katika Kenya? Vijana sio wa kufanya fujo. Vijana ni wa kufanya kazi. Na hiyo ndio mpango tuko naye ya kupanga ajira ya hawa vijana. Wakati tunapanga ajira ya hawa vijana kwa affordable housing, tunapanga ajira ya hawa vijana kwa hii markets, tunapanga ajira ya hawa vijana kwa digital jobs, tunapanga ajira ya hawa vijana kwa mambo ya export of labor, tunapanga ajira ya hawa vijana kwa mambo ya manufacturing na mambo ya value addition na mambo ya industrialization. Kuna watu hawataki tupange vijana wafanye kazi, wanataka kupanga vijana wafanye fujo.
So is that the case? Two bloggers, Pauline NJOROGE and Gabriel Oguda, has shared their side of the story as far as this matter is concerned. So what do you think about this matter? You can just go below the comment section there and offer your reaction regarding this accusation leveled on Ford Foundation. And Pauline NJOROGE has given us some insight, even gone to an extent of reminding us that William Ruto, during the US state visit, met this delegation of Ford Foundation, and as a result they had good time, and William Ruto ended up clapping for Ford Foundation members when the ambassador decided to praise the Ford Foundation team. Like you can see, there's a picture there. I'm just sharing this picture. This is a picture of William Ruto and Alexander Soros, who is the son of George Soros and the current head of the Ford Foundation. Ruto took a photo with Alexander Soros, who is the head of Ford Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where I'd like to rest my case in. Perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.